Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, we're on episode 5.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Pick and Chat podcast. Today, we are recording episode 5. Go us. But yeah, so today, we are ready for episode 5. And as we always do, before we get into the topic, Dennis is going to share some business insight for us. Thank you all so much for being here with us, supporting us so far. We really appreciate your support. So stay tuned for the business insight.
Yes. So today we're discussing how to set up and to be legally recognized as a business. It is very important that anytime you start a business, you get the grounds very much rooted, just so you won't be found wanting in terms of compliance risk, where you get to places where you can raise funds, or you get places where you want to get some contracts or do business with other people and they feel like you are not legally recognized or you've not been compliant with the laws, especially in the UK. I will refer everything I'm saying to the UK. If you have a business that is running or you want to start a business, you can now register your business, or even as you're doing a business, or you can register before you start. So this is what it means. You can register a business before you start, or if you have started, you can still register as soon as possible, because it's very important to get on point. Yeah. So all I'm going to talk about is for the start. But like I said, it should also refer to those who have started but they have not registered. You can just go to gov.uk, and it's the most important thing to do when setting up any business in the UK. Go to gov.uk, just go to Companies House and start registering your business. Information that they need is just ones that you have already, your name as it is on your ID, your address, the kind of business. There is something called SIC, which you can choose 4 of. That is the core function of your business. So if it's real estate, if it is retail, it is software, IT, whatever, you see all the SIC codes there. You choose ones that are relatable to your business. If you are futuristic enough and you want to choose 3 more, you can choose, because maybe you want to use the same company name to do other things. So you can choose them. You give them your address, and that is it. You appoint directors. So director is the person who is in charge of the business. So if it is 2 of you or 3 or 4 of you, you can choose. Most of the time, they want you to choose a secretary. So if you are 2 people in the business, one of you can be director, another person can be a secretary. Then, of course, you also have to appoint directors, and also have to, choose your stakeholders. So, for instance, if myself and you and about are starting a business, we can go on 50-50. That means we all we have equal shares in the business. We can pick our shares, whether 5,000 shares, 10,000, or 1,000 shares. So that means mine is 500, just 500, and that is it. That doesn't mean that will be the shares of your business. You go IPO, that is initial public offer, when you go to a stock. When you list publicly, let me just put it that way. It can change anytime, but for the start, there should be some countable shares to say that this is a share we're splitting between ourselves. If it's just you, then you know that all you are doing is just a person, and it's solely you. So it could be whether 1,000 shares, whether 100 shares, or whether 10 shares. That is just yours. Again, there is one thing you need to also recognize, whether you are just registering as a sole proprietor, or you are just registering as a limited company, limited liability company. With the sole proprietor, is quite attached to you. When the business lose, it is just you, and it's most of the time what people who are self-employed do. They register themselves as sole proprietors, and it is them in the business. So the business accounts really revolves around them. But for a limited liability company, you are just creating a company that is limited in liability. So if the company runs at a loss, you as a person have not run at a loss. That is what is recommended most of the time, so that you separate your personal life from the company. Of course, the company can pay you as a person or as an employee. Then that's your. When you submit it, most of the time, it comes back with an HMRC unit tax reference. That's UTR. If it doesn't, you have to call HMRC to also get unit tax reference. That is comparable to what you have as NI. So as a person, you have an NI or a unit tax reference. But for businesses, they only have unit tax references. So you can have your own NI as a person that pays tax. You can have a unit tax reference as a self-employed taxpayer. But your business can also have a unit tax reference as a corporate taxpayer. Okay. Because as a business, when you make profit, you need to pay corporate taxes. And of course, in the future, if your income or your revenue is around 80K, then you also qualify to also, collect VAT or anything. So you can also register to get a VAT ID and move on. Down the lane, you can also, if you have employees, you should register for employee reference number, which will allow you to also, pay people with their NI and submit real-time information about your payments to HMRC. Yes, so they can deduct their NI from them vis-a-vis their tax code and everything. So that is how it works. If you are not comfortable with your address, your home address, perhaps you are renting, you can't use your landlord's address. There are agencies or companies. I'm not going to mention them because of the fact that none of them has given us money to advertise them. Yes, yeah. So you can just search online. You find companies that can give you address that you pay for.
Okay.
So it's a paid address. It makes you look good because people will search you and feel like, what kind of business is in the flat? Imagine your address is flat 19. So get an address that looks good, and it's an official thing. It's nothing like sneaky. When your letters come, they open it, and of course, these are business letters. They send it to you via email. If you want them to post it to you, you also pay for that service.
Yeah.
They'll also post your letters to you all the time. So your address is sorted, your registration is sorted, and one key thing is your business name. After you have prayed about it, go. It's not yours. The fact that you prayed about business name doesn't mean you own it. When you go online, it might be that it has been taken.
Taken already.
Yeah. And that is how I own Kumerica. Because when I registered Kumerica Limited, nobody had taken it. And later I went to see somebody that's opened Kumerica, they attach something, but the word Kumerica belongs to me here in the UK. You can't take it.
Yeah,
it is mine. Yeah, so make sure you've taken it. If you have a business name, go ahead and search it, register it as soon as possible before you even start, because a business name that you have dreamt of, prayed about, and really wish would be for business would have been taken by the time you are aware. Yeah, so that is it. Next time we can discuss about also creating a website, getting a domain name as soon as you can. So let's leave it here. You can get more information on gov.uk, and it will be very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. That is our business insights for this episode. Now let's move on to our topic for today. So today, and in this episode, we are discussing social media. Yes, social media.
Has the pressure got into you?
Yes. And whether the pressure has gotten to people, obviously we'll be using our experiences and we'll be sharing our opinions. So feel free to join in the conversation.
Yeah.
Dennis, so what do you think? Social media?
Oh, the pressure has gotten to me. I'm not going to lie. It has really, really impacted my life.
Okay.
Because there are things I wouldn't do in the past, but now I need to do it. Mine for positive reasons, because I needed to hit some targets from the audience, so I needed to be consistent with posts, even though I wasn't ready to post. Let me just bring LinkedIn in. When I go on LinkedIn, I had been on LinkedIn very long ago. I think the first person that took me on LinkedIn was my project supervisor. During my undergrad. Yeah, so I had a very good dissertation. It was published in the International Journal of Current Researches. So these guys are doctors, so they do LinkedIn stuff at the time. I was very young, so he added me on LinkedIn. Wow. I had a LinkedIn account. I did not even worry to do anything, and this was long ago. So fast forward, it got to a point I had to be on LinkedIn, and I could see that if I had put stuff on LinkedIn, I would have been better off.
Yeah.
So I started building it. I think I started building my LinkedIn actively just 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
And now I have over close to 2,000 connections.
Oh, nice.
And followers. Yeah, when you get to a point that you post constantly, LinkedIn will give you that creator mode where people can follow you and also turn on notifications here. And it has really, really, really been impacting my life and my businesses, because all the time when I start a new business, I almost get my first customers from around me and on LinkedIn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's always peers, people I know, and people I know online, mostly on LinkedIn. So it's really impactful. So I am under pressure. The pressure has gotten to me because now I have to post. Look at me. I didn't really like reading, but I have to read books, summarize them. When you go on LinkedIn, my niche is on leadership. So you will see that I speak on leadership. I've written on my profile. So I always have to make sure I'm writing stuff about leadership, posting memes. The least meme I'll say about leadership, I'll repost it. And I also review my own books, do a carousel. Yeah. I really go hard on it.
Wow.
Make a carousel and post it. So that's how much the pressure has gotten to me. It's really taking over.
But that's a positive pressure.
Yeah,
That's a pressure.
But it's pressure.
A type of pressure that's allowing you to do better.
Yeah.
To improve on yourself, on your businesses. So that's a good pressure. Have you experienced negative pressure from social media?
Oh yeah, I've experienced negative pressure. Back then, that is when I look back on my Facebook. Facebook will remind you of how crappy you were.
How embarrassing.
Sometimes it's so embarrassing. You see some of the things and you're like, oh, did I really write this? What was I doing?
What was I thinking?
Some words I use on social media. Oh my God. At the time, oh no. It is just embarrassing. Yeah, but it's gotten to me. I cannot say it has not gotten to me. I used to be on Facebook, talk about everything, jump on any conversation or any argument, which was so unnecessary. Now, I don't interact so much on Facebook because I don't have the vibe to keep going on. And I can see that even when I go on Facebook, I post business stuff and it don't really, really get along because people on Facebook, they don't like those kind of posts. They want you to come and talk about funny things and give pressure. Yeah. So, what about you? Has the pressure gotten to you yet?
With social media, I've really grown to love social media, especially Instagram, posting pictures, posting videos, looking at other people's pictures and videos.
Reels
as well. Yeah, I love it. I love watching them. A few years ago, it was a different story. A few years ago, I went off social media for about a year or two because I wasn't sure what I was doing on there.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I should be posting because everyone else is posting on there. I didn't even know what to post on there. It got to a time when I was just posting pictures that I didn't really see the point of them. I remember after the 2 years, when I came back to social media, I deleted all those pictures from my Instagram account because I didn't see why they were on there.
Yeah.
When I reflected on it, I realized that the pressure had gotten to me in the sense that I wanted to do things that everyone else was doing on there. So I was posting certain type of pictures because everyone else was posting pictures at the time like that. So the thing with social media, and one thing I've learned from it is it can really inspire you to do more. It can inspire you to be a better version of yourself. It can inspire you to try harder. For example, when I'm on Instagram and I see people posting things they've learned from their personal Bible studies, or they're giving advice on prayer, or just positive things that they're doing, inspiring. I get really inspired to want to do more. I'm like, oh, I want to try better. I want to do more Bible studies. I want to pray more. So you can get a lot of inspiration from social media. As for that one, I give it to them. It's good. On the other side, you see someone maybe opening their 10th business. You see someone making it in terms of their marriage, or they're making more money, and you doubt yourself. You wonder, wait, what am I?
What's happening to me?
Why am I not doing more of that?
Yeah.
Or maybe I should go and open a business too. This person's opening a business, or this person has written a book. Maybe I should go and write a book as well. That is not very inspiring.
Yeah.
As in, you shouldn't hate on the person's success, but it shouldn't also get you to think, oh, because they are doing this, I'm also going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And get the same result.
That is the actual pressure.
Exactly. It is a lot of pressure, isn't it? And it took me growing up to realize that actually, no, it's fine. If this person is writing a book and they are thriving, good for them.
Yeah.
I'm also going to keep doing what I'm doing and pray to God that I also succeed in it. But it is not always that easy for others. Some people are on social media and the only thing they are doing on this, they see that Dennis has opened a business. Dennis is advertising his 5th business, and they're wondering why. Why does he have so many businesses? Why don't I have anything?
Yeah.
And instead of them to maybe support you or congratulate you on your businesses, they are sitting in their room behind their phone, writing hateful comments, not supporting you, comparing themselves to you.
Yeah.
And so many weird thoughts are going through their mind. And sometimes some people don't realize that is actually pressure getting to them.
Yeah.
Pressure can get to you to the point where you start to question your whole life, to question your existence and why you're not doing certain things. But actually, Dennis's destiny is different from yours.
Yeah.
Dennis is meant to be a business mogul. Maybe your niche is in actually going out there and doing something out there.
Yeah.
Maybe your success is not on social media.
Yeah.
It took me a while to understand that, Dennis,
Yeah.
that just because this person has made it on
It takes
social
maturity.
media, it doesn't mean that I'm also going to have the same experience.
Mm.
So the pressure can get to you to the extent where you don't even realize that the pressure has gotten to you anymore. You're just there like, oh, everyone is doing it, so I'm also going to do. I'm going to pick up my phone. I'm going to start posting pictures. I'm going to start posting videos, and I'm going to expect the same results. And it doesn't work that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Is it the responsibility of people to be aware that whatever they post could negatively impact people, so they shouldn't post things that are not real, or they can just be free? Because I'll give you an insight. There are many people that have made millions on social media, just because they posted stuff that were not in their normal lives. They picked up a lifestyle or an image that was reflective of some brands, and these brands jumped on them. And because people who are following them are also quite ardent with whatever they do, they patronize the brands that they advertise. So the brands came back, because if I come to you with an advertising deal and I see that my demand has gone up after you posting for me, I would definitely stick with you. So these guys have made money from our previous episode, faking to make it. They faked it on social media. Now they've got to the point where they don't need to fake it any longer, because now they have all the brand, the bags, the dresses, the shoes, and now they can wear it in real life. So what is it? Can you really tell people to, keep it real, just so people will not get a wrong impression, or they can still fake it or do whatever they want to do, since they have the aim of getting to a level that they really want to be?
I'll begin with this. There's no way to tell that these people are not keeping it real. For example, someone could be posting makeup tutorials on Instagram. They are buying makeup, they are doing it, and they are posting it. They are working hard. They have an
that's
aim.
Hard work. Yeah.
They have an aim that maybe one day Maybelline or L'Oreal Paris or some of these big makeup brands will reach out to them. So they are constantly buying makeup, doing different styles. They are learning, and they're posting it out there. Me, that I'm sitting at home watching it on a reel, I may think, oh, like, why are they doing this? Or like, why are they wasting their money doing it? But that's somebody's work.
That is work.
That's a niche that they've created. They've realized that they have that creative ability, and they're doing it. And there are so many MUAs on Instagram that are doing amazing work. Do you get? Just because I'm not a makeup artist or I don't have a lot of interest in makeup, that doesn't mean that it's not a good niche to be in. It's the same thing for someone who reads and posts book reviews on Instagram, or they just post pictures of books they've bought on Instagram. A lot of work goes into reading. Goes into reviewing books and stuff. But when the picture is posted on Instagram, it's so easy to just scroll past it because you don't care. But a lot of work has gone into it. So for me, when it comes to work, especially things that people do on social media to earn money, it's important that what you're doing is credible, and what you're doing, it's bringing about some good. For example, there are certain social media platforms that I'm not on there, and I wouldn't advise people to go on there. Places like OnlyFans.
Is that a social media platform?
But what is it though?
It's not even a social media platform.
it's a platform that people have accounts on there. They post pictures of themselves on there, videos of themselves on there. They do live videos on there. There's a purpose for it. I'm not on there. I'm never going to be on there. I wouldn't advise people to go on there. So places like that, I don't even see the need of telling someone who works on a platform like that to not be on there. They know what they're getting from it. However, somewhere like Instagram, why will you post naked pictures of yourself on Instagram? People do it.
It's
but
so
why?
Common now,
because it's a platform that people do so many things. You have people on Instagram who are talking about motherhood. They're making money from it. There are some people who only post videos of their children eating on Instagram. They make money. Do you get it? So it's a very diverse platform. A lot of things happen on there. So I wouldn't say that if someone is doing something on there, they should, quote unquote, keep it real, because to them, they're keeping it real by doing what they're doing. Obviously, we don't always consider how the things we do on social media affect other people. And I believe it's something we can work on.
Okay.
I tend to have that in mind when I'm posting something, that how is this going to be perceived by others? And I want someone to look at something I post on my Instagram account and have positive thoughts or have a good feeling about it. So I wouldn't want something that I've posted to rock anyone in a bad way. But not everyone have that in mind when they are posted on social media.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how you would have a conversation with someone about that. So would you tell the person, oh, when you're posting pictures of yourself, be mindful of what other people will think. Because they may easily say, well, don't follow me.
Yeah. I mean,
if you don't want to see my content, don't follow me.
That's it.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's difficult. So I mean, it looks like I'm asking too many questions, but coming to the concept of supply, demand and supply.
Yeah.
People are supplying. Is it because there is demand? Because if when we all started getting on Facebook, trust me, there was no naked videos.
No.
There was nothing like these things we see now. Even fast forward to Instagram at the early days, there was people posting real life things, party going here. I mean, it was very simple.
Yeah.
And even if you go, for those that have been on Instagram for a long time and now been posting naked videos, if they haven't deleted their initial videos, you could see that they were clothed before.
It's true.
Before they started, stripping.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is it the demand that is causing the supply?
There is definitely a demand for it now.
Okay.
For me, talking from the point of view of a woman, I believe that if I were to right now start posting naked pictures of myself, I would probably make a lot of money.
Of course.
So there is a demand for it. There is an audience for it, not even just on Instagram. I mean, we spoke about OnlyFans not long ago. There are other platforms. There are other social media platforms where people are ready to pay for it. And nowadays you don't necessarily even need to do anything. You just need to post something.
Post provocatively.
Yeah. So places like Instagram and Facebook, where I like to call Instagram and Facebook the family social media accounts, because there are different types of people there.
Yeah.
You don't just have men or young men on there. A place like Facebook, our parents have Facebook accounts.
Yes.
Do you get it? So you have people of that demographic on a place like Facebook, and on Instagram you have people like ourselves, our age groups on there. So the things that I would post on Instagram, I would feel very embarrassed if I posted something that I knew this would not sit down. Or if someone I knew were to see this picture of me on Instagram, I wouldn't feel too good about it. So there is a demand for certain types of pictures, certain type of videos nowadays, which is getting people to do it. And even just something like dancing in front of the camera and having music in the background. A few years ago, it wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing. But now
because of TikTok,
yeah.
So now everyone is doing it.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So I think when the demand is there, the supply,
because I was shocked. Sometimes I was just asking someone that, did we have many people that were that creative? No, almost everybody is creative. Almost everybody can.
Yeah.
I mean, put an act, on TikTok and get views, and it is good. I mean, if for a good reason, because I know people on TikTok who are really, doing good content, very godly, dressed nice. I mean, dance to even gospel music all the time. There's one lady in my church, you might know her.
Yeah,
she does very well. Always, acting with gospel music, and that is good.
Yeah,
always nice. dressed decently. That is good. But many other people also doing it wrongly,
doing their own,
as you can imagine. So that is it. And my other point is, what was social media meant for before what we see now? Let's take Facebook was the biggest bank at the time. Let's take Facebook. When you heard of Facebook in the first place, at the first time, what do you think Facebook was used for?
Connecting with people.
Good.
Even before Facebook came, growing up, there was this social media account called Bebo. I don't know if you've heard of Bebo before.
Yeah. Yes.
When I was in Ghana,
but I heard it.
when I was in high school, there was a social media platform called Bebo, and
there was High Five as well. Do you know High Five? Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've heard of High Five.
Yeah. I think MySpace.
Exactly. These platforms.
Oh, then you're not an OG like that. High Five, I was on High Five. Yeah, we the OGs.
It was to connect with people. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Like I used to like talking to my friends from school on
Mm.
Bibo. Instant messaging.
Mm.
It was for those purposes.
And BlackBerry Messenger.
Exactly. Facebook came to, bring up the
Streamline.
level in the sense
Mm.
that you could do more now. It wasn't just a matter of instant messaging. You could connect with people, old friends. On Facebook, I was able to connect with people that I went to primary school with in Ghana. So it
And
brought back
post
this nostalgia.
pictures.
Post pictures of yourself, post videos. It had a need. It was fulfilling for people.
Mhm.
And do you know something? One thing that I noticed some years ago, Facebook really gave people in the diaspora, especially Africans in the diaspora, a way to showcase that they were still Africans, even though they were in Europe or
Okay.
America. Do you know why I'm saying that?
No.
Because I mean, I'll use myself as an example. My parents had been here for a while. We were here, but unless my dad was going to Ghana, there was no way people were going to see pictures of him
Yeah.
in front of his home or at work. There was no way people were going to see that.
Yeah.
So unless he decides to go to Ghana once a year, he'll print off pictures. He'll go to the Photoshop, get them to print some pictures for him. He will take it. Everyone will be so excited to see it.
Yeah.
But when Facebook came, he could take a
Streamline.
picture
Yeah.
and post it.
Whilst he's in
His
Ghana, you can
friends
see, yeah.
from primary school will see it. His people would see. People were able to keep up and see how he's doing. And I noticed that it was really fulfilling a need for our parents. They were able, because before as well, our parents would come here, work. They didn't have any form of social life, really. But social media, something like Facebook, came and gave them that opportunity to also show that, I'm here, but look at me, I'm doing well. This is how I'm getting on. Now they could go to funerals and these parties and take pictures and post it.
Okay.
So it came, I think Facebook came to bring about connection between people, regardless of where you were in the world. You could connect with people. But now it's gone to another level. Now it's a job site for some people. It's a place where you can sell, you can buy, you can watch movies if you want. People have watch parties
where you can date. People are getting married on Facebook.
Do you get it? You can do so much on social media now. So people shouldn't limit themselves when they're on social media, but think before you post.
And that makes it very serious, because when I hear people saying that, oh, this is just my Facebook, don't take it serious, whatever I post there is just a joke. It is not a joke.
Yeah.
Now Facebook and all of these social media platforms forms a greater part of your life than who you actually even think you are.
Yeah.
This is your account on Instagram. That's your account on Snapchat. That is your account on Facebook. You don't come and post naked pictures or post pornography and come and tell me that is not what you present.
Yeah.
Because you had everything to post, but you chose that. And that is what is
that's a good point.
You
had everything
to post, but you chose to post pornography.
Wow.
So if you tell me I'm posting nude, I'm posting half naked pictures, but I am a decent person, I don't dress that way all the time, it is a joke. Because previously, before Facebook, people used to go out to take pictures.
Yeah.
So if you actually went out to dress in skimpy dresses, or should I say to just strip yourself naked and take a picture in front of a photographer and put it in a photo album, that is what you really wanted to do.
Yeah.
Facebook has made it easier. So you won't do anything on Facebook or Instagram, on Twitter, whichever social media, and come to tell me that that is just me putting that up. No, that is exactly who you are.
Yeah.
So it is just an advice to us. If you're here and you believe, or you listen to us and you believe that whatever you put on social media is not you, it is a total joke.
Yeah.
People there are many people who have never seen you or will never ever see or meet you. The only person they know or the image they have about you is what you have out on social media.
Yeah.
It's just being in uni and you have a lot of mates, 100 people, and you don't speak to all of them, but they know you.
Yeah.
They know how you dress. They know how you talk. So if you go and use curse words on social media, if you dress anyhow, if you do things that does not really represent you and you think we will forget it, no, we won't. There are many jobs that now, I mean, we are going to go there, but many jobs that will just Google you. Now, they don't even Facebook. They Google you. They'll have your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your everything.
It's scary,
They know who you actually made of. And it's like that. Maybe the government agencies are a bit lazy. They wouldn't do it. But any private person that has a business, if they want to work with you, they don't care who you are. They want to know what you are made up of. I do all the time. Anytime I am recruiting, I go for people who are humble. I always say that thing.
Yeah.
If I see humility in you, forget. You don't even need to master your skill. And another thing, if you like paying tithes, because I know there is blessing in paying tithes. So if I have 20 people working for me and they all pay their tithes, there is a cause for them to be blessed. And if my company is the one paying them, they are gonna, get it. So I mean, this is just by the way, me talking about what I look for. So imagine me going to your profile to see all of these things I'm talking about. You're showing so much humility in your speech.
Yeah.
How you joke. I mean, you can joke, but all your comments, very frank comments with people, no beefs on social media, posting about very good stuff. It really gives me a very good impression about you. I mean, who am I? I mean, I'm not even a big employer, but this is what the employers look for, especially the private sector. So don't mess up with your social media. Even now, there's a startup that is actually, I mean, getting people to clean their social media. So if you think you've messed up in your social media,
wow, really?
Yeah. Oh. Now you just go to their website, their software, you subscribe, you pay money to get your social media cleaned.
Wow.
So if it's not a big thing, why are people now cashing on that? There's actually,
Did you ever hear about that story? I know this happened in Ghana. I'm not sure if it's happened here before, but this guy went for an audition. I think it was like a music something, or no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was.
He had put something on social media about one of the judges. It was in Ghana, yeah.
Can you believe that they just pulled up his Twitter account?
They went through it.
How embarrassing is that? Yeah. I would be so embarrassed if I went for an interview. Yeah. And in the person interview, we just
Nana, but I think, I mean, he spoke dirty about Nana some time back. He was thinking it was just, I mean, he having access to social media, and now he went to a place. No, it's not Nana, but I think, is it Portia Solomon? It was. Or Nana, but one of the, I think the two were the panelists. And they brought it up. Yeah. About the quote scrap he wrote about them, and it was very embarrassing.
And know that what that brings to mind is the confidence we get when we are behind our phones.
That's called the front end. When you are at the front end,
saying whatever we want on social media and thinking we can get away with it. We need to really think twice before we post anything, because you will be in your room. Oh, no one is going to see me. I'm behind a fake account. Nowadays, with AI, with everything, there is nothing anyone cannot find out.
Yeah.
So even if you're behind an anonymous account, please be mindful of what you're posting.
Yeah.
Because it can come back to haunt you.
Yeah, it can come back,
in the future. You may be getting a really big deal, maybe to do with your work, maybe you're a content creator. Be mindful of what you're putting out there, because you never know.
Yeah.
When someone will pull something up that you've said years ago.
That's
and
true.
And the beautiful thing about us as human beings is we evolve. But the world that we live in now, especially with social media, you may have said something 10 years ago. You're not the same person now. But that thing will still come back.
Affect you,
and it's scary.
There's a typical example, recently, the war that is between Hamas or Palestine and Israel. I mean, it's complete. I don't even understand it. And people are really, putting a lot of hate out there, whether in favor of Palestine or Israel. Look, let me tell you, if you don't know what you want to become in future, don't talk about such things, because there are many forms that you fill. They'll ask you, have you made any comment that encourages hatred? You said no. You go to Facebook, then this is you hating on Israel. This is you hating on Palestine. This is you hating on Ukraine or Russia. Be careful. You don't have to have a say in public on any opinion, because
you don't need to.
It's very important.
You don't need to have an opinion on everything. Yeah. And this whole thing where we feel like we need to jump on every bandwagon, every trend.
And give our thoughts.
This thing is going on. Let me also comment. I used to be like that. And then it got to a point where I just stopped. I was like, I'm not going to say anything about anything anymore. If I have an opinion, I'll keep it to myself. Or I'll share it with my friends. I don't need to tell Instagram what I think about this. I don't need to tell Twitter what I think about this, because the more you do that, the more you feel like your opinion matters.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah. Not that your opinion doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter in every situation. You don't need to share what you think in every situation. Sometimes you need to just be quiet and learn. And social media is a space where you can really learn. You can learn what to say and what not to say. But we're in a world now where every single person feel like they need to say something.
Yeah.
Even this whole thing that's going on with the war right now, people are talking and talking and talking. I don't know anything.
Exposing their ignorance.
I don't know a lot about what is going on. So to be honest with you, I haven't said a lot. The only thing I've been doing is praying about it, because
that's the most important thing to do.
I don't know. Not like I don't know what's going on. I know that there's a war there, but I don't know how it came about. I don't know. Yeah, I read the news, but if I watch BBC, they will be talking about it from a different perspective. If I watch CNN, they'll be talking about it from a different perspective. So I can't really say a lot about it, because I feel like all these media outlets too are a bit biased. So
it's it, and just like that. People just have to be very careful.
Yeah, it's true.
What they put out there on Instagram, Facebook, and all. It's just a word of advice, or let's say an admonishment. If you're on social media and you're vibrant, yes, feel free to talk, feel free to do anything. But if you really know what is important to you, be careful of the things you really chastise, or things you really, write, hateful comments about, especially hateful comments. And one thing that goes on is also bullying. Never bully anyone on social media.
On social media.
And for what is worth, never insult anybody on social media, even if you have the right to.
Yeah.
It is very wrong. Just behave. Be a good person that you are in real life. Don't feel like you're hiding behind your phone so you can say anything and go away with it. Yeah. In as much as God knows us, our social media is a reflection of us. And I believe God wants you to show on your social media who you are.
Yeah.
So don't do things on your social media that is contrary to who God wants you to become. For us as Christians, or for a Christian, or whoever is godly or spiritually inclined, if you're praying in secrecy, if you are posting godly stuff, there is no point posting ungodly stuff. It doesn't work. I have many friends that would ask me to post stuff, and there are stuff that I don't believe in. I won't.
Yeah.
I won't post. I won't post a flyer for people to attend a naked party. I won't. I won't. Yeah. So you can really think that I'm not supporting your business. This is not a business. I want to. I want
goes against your values.
So it's always very important and key to pick a stand on social media. It's a very direct reflection of your life. People really watch you, and businesses are watching you. I'm going to put you on a spot critically. This diversity and inclusion thing. We as Black people, we feel like we have a chance to always talk about the majority ethnicity of every country we are in, just to let them know how angry we are for how some of them, or many of them, have been treating us in the minority. Do you think it is justified as a minority, ethnic, individual in a country, to talk about it and just express hatred to people because you have evidence that you've been hated on before?
Not really. I don't, especially on social media. I don't really post about things like that on social media.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. I love Black History Month.
Yes.
So when it's Black History Month in the UK, I post on my Instagram about things to do with Black History Month. But that's it. I just post about it on there.
Yeah.
If anyone comments on any of the posts I put for Black History Month and I don't like it, I just delete it.
Yeah.
I just delete.
There's no point to pick an argument.
I feel like I don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my time on things that don't matter, especially when people are doing it via social media. You don't know who they are. You don't know what they are going through. Why they're saying the things that they're saying. So I don't even bother. For me, as a Black person, I no longer, and I say I no longer because before I felt that, as a Black person, I have to stand up for myself. I have to make sure that I'm fighting for what.
There is some fight that we are always fighting.
I'm not fighting anymore. Especially on social media.
Yeah.
For me, there's my take on things. I'm not saying that other people shouldn't get involved in things on social media. Personally, I like to review things, take my time, think about my perspective and opinion, why I feel like I need to give it. Is it needed? Why is it needed? What benefit is it going to serve? If I don't think my opinion is going to serve any benefit, I won't give it. Especially on social media.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And I'll keep, I'm not warning, I keep saying it. If you ever land yourself in a corporate environment, that's where you know that you shouldn't say anything, even in your past. So anything you planned saying last week, don't say it.
Don't say it.
Anything you are planning saying in your past yesterday, don't say it. Because when you get some spaces, and when you get to some portfolios, that is where you know that your history is very important. But one thing we're saying is, don't jump on any campaign because you feel like you have to represent. No.
Yeah.
When you don't know who is going to employ you in the future, you don't know whether it's a black man that's going to employ you. Make sure your family gets fed. And once your family is going to get fed, it means you have to get an employer. What is this employer going to look out for? They're going to go to your social media. They're going to check you because now that is the only documentary to know what you have been.
Our whole lives are on there.
Our whole lives are on social media now. Myself, now, if I see some of the things I wrote on Facebook, I really get worried what I was doing at the time. But I think I had some, sanity then. But I feel like, no, I shouldn't have done this.
All right. So we're going to end this social media topic by sharing one benefit or one advantage that we've both had from social media. Do you want to go first?
Mine is just business. I've had people from my social media, especially LinkedIn, patronizing my business. It's been very simple for me. Getting along with business. And I've also come to a point where I just build an audience, then I launch a business through it. So it's been very impactful for me, positively. So it's business all for me. And I've met a few people too on social media that I've really benefited from. Some I've not even met as I speak, but I put up questions to them. They give me good answers. They give me insights. Some of them are people who are doing stuff that I want to do, and they really help me. And it's been very good. Yeah. So those are the benefits I've gotten.
Yeah. For me, my main advantage from social media has been being able to share the word of God with thousands of people. I have quite a few followers on Instagram, and being able to post Bible verses, being able to post the things that God is doing in my life there, and all these people seeing it makes me so happy because I don't always get the chance to go out and do evangelism. So being able to share, the word of God with people on that level makes me really happy. And it's one advantage that I've gotten from social media that I'm enjoying. I love it. And I'm hoping that one day I will win a soul for Jesus through my social media.
Oh, you've done.
Platforms.
I think maybe you might.
I hope.
Already.
Yeah, I hope I've already done it. But I really hope that one day, someone may see me and say, "Oh,
this thing
I read this thing that you posted, and it really had a good impact on me and my relationship with God."
Okay, wrap up and let's go.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening.
It's a Pick and Chat podcast.
Yeah, we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Peace out.